Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we will see the real untold truth about Bad Chad. At the end of video, I am going to reveal why Bad Chad divorced his first wife. So watch this video till the end. Let's get started. Since we don't talk about Chad customs very frequently, it's probable that you haven't heard of them. Furthermore, in contrast to many of the other car exhibitions we cover, Bad Chad Customs is a relatively recent display. It began in 2019 and continued without interruption, despite a few global events. As of right present, the program is still being created. The program centers on Chad Hiltz's customization and restoration of vintage vehicles, but Hiltz uses a few other approaches. He starts by sticking to a budget. Hiltz never had much money since he had trouble finding work after dropping out of high school. Hiltz is also a proficient improviser. For example, he has fixed cars using components from boats, aircraft, and lockers. Being able to afford a star must have made Discovery pleased. Honestly, Hiltz was mostly self-taught, in contrast to many of the personalities we take into consideration. One of the most adaptable reality programs on the globe is Bad Chad Customs. He really has the ability to transform garbage into treasure. New automobiles are on exhibit at Bad Chad Customs. It is really creative and inventive. There is a long history with this individual. He said, "Since my garage was attached to the house, I was free to do anything I wanted, whenever I wanted to. As I traveled through life, money is not a concern for me. The vehicle's artistic design is what matters most to me." On August 31, 1971, Chad Hiltz was born in Kingsport, Canada. White Rose Gas was owned by his father. Legend has it that Chad paid for it with the proceeds from the sale of a 1934 Ford three-window coupe, one of his father's many vehicles. The 1956 Ford Crown Victoria, owned by his uncle, is one of his favorite cars. It's not difficult to understand Bad Chad's passion for cars. You may be asking why someone would want to alter an old automobile in Nova Scotia. Nonetheless, there are a few special benefits to residing in Canning, Nova Scotia. For Bad Chad, it opened doors to naval companies. This explains why so many of his cars include both components. He really is the MacIver of the aftermarket auto parts sector. His reserved demeanor might also stem from his prior altercations. Bad Chad was not only a famous kid, but also a high school dropout. Although he had been in high school, he continued to have similar problems and get into fights when he enrolled in an automobile course at a nearby college. He also struggled to maintain employment, one of which was at a company that processed chickens. He claims that every job he has ever held has resulted in his termination. He had no clue that he would own a custom car business or appear on television. Hiltz with Carla Mooring in 1998, sometime after the marriage in high school. After a year, they were divorced and had a kid. A few connections could exist that we are not aware of. Hiltz, as we've already established, dislikes discussing his background. Regarding Hiltz's training under famed customizer Gene Winfield, the sources are ambiguous. Movies such as Blade Runner, RoboCop, and early episodes of Batman and Star Trek have included vehicles. Hiltz's stylish, bespoke projects have earned him numerous awards. His green roof outfit and his bat out of hell. The Green Goblin is this one. It took 6 months to build this automobile. He said, "Welding is used to seal and close the doors. At the rear is a front-wheel drive Cadillac engine. I added a Cutlass roof with a 74 on top. In this direction, the door opens." He received 3 honors at World of Wheels Boston for his original work. Additionally, at the Castro Radical Speed Sports Show, he won 4 trophies. It's unclear whether Hiltz received these honors before to or during his mentorship, but his cars contributed to his rise to fame. But Hiltz's failed marriages are still a shadow of her former self. He got to know Mandy Mosher in 1999. For a time, the two stayed together. On August 15, 2004, Harley Hiltz, their daughter, was born. In 2017, Harley used her father's determination to win a neighborhood boxing fight. However, the good days would pass. After their split, Hiltz departed Musher for another engagement. This brings us to Jolene, his present spouse. You'll recognize Jolene from her frequent appearances on Bad Chad Custom. She oversees the business division of the store. The two are not married, but they were engaged in 2017. Jolene started sharing pictures of a personalized Bugatti that Chad was building for her. At Discovery, everyone took note. To meet with the producers, they traveled to California. They also went on a protracted promotional trip. In addition, we'll find out if Chad remarries while the cameras are shooting. Many people like the lady Chad married to Masher in high school. In addition to helping out at the organization, he is a really decent hockey player. Even though Chad doesn't always treat him properly, he essentially serves as Chad's apprentice and is always prepared to provide a hand. At least Jolene treats him well. Harley and he also get along nicely. Even though Bad Chad seems tough, with his sunken eyes and tattoos, he's really one of the kindest guys you will ever meet. In addition, he has an amazing work ethic and a fantastic ability to motivate his colleagues. He also takes great satisfaction in overseeing a little family-run company with a tiny workforce. Perhaps through suffering and loss throughout his life, he has come to appreciate it. Chad concurs that investing in education and the future is crucial, even if he could decide to keep it in the family. He wants to grow by opening a store and cafe. The majority of his YouTube channel is devoted to education. Even though he has had a difficult life, Bad Chad inspires others to pursue their goals without giving up. He had no clue what he would be doing, but in the end, it appeared like everything worked out. Maybe it is proof that you should keep trying. It's not the end if you're not happy. Visiting the Hiltz Auto Company website is a convenient method to learn about the latest activities of the Hiltz family. The company was formerly known as Green Goblin Customs. This takes you to each person's Instagram page where you can see their most recent works in progress. You may be able to see their incredible inventions in action if you subscribe to their YouTube account. The company's official website offers merchandise for sale, including t-shirts with the phrase, Bad Chad Art Academy of Custom Cars. He makes more than simply cars, however. Chad has also been the presenter of Rockabilly Weekend since 1998. There will be a showcase of antique cars in addition to a rock concert with DJs and other musicians. It takes place in Nova Scotia at the Hiltz Auto Company facility. Bad Chad gets the opportunity to display his artwork with other vintage automobiles at this event. If you are in the area, look up dates online. It's a pleasure for Chad Hiltz to portray the antagonist. Please feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and ring the bell. Until then, I'll see you later.